Cat 77 right now. Please make your laugh with the very funny Justin Anderson.
What is up, Riverside? How's it going? How's everybody doing? Yeah, good. I always like to start off my sets with a quote my father gave me when I was growing up as a little Filipino boy at Trailer Park. It was actually nothing. He was not around. He said he was very committed to not being there. So you can't fault him on that, right? You know, I grew up, you know, at a trailer park, like I said before, you know, where every home was broken in some way, mostly broken dreams. I know I always wanted to be a baseball player, but I had no one to throw it to, so I just got really good at throwing it up in the air and catching it without a glove, because I couldn't afford that. You know, my mom tried though. She really did. You know, every month she had a new guy. I was like a trailer park freaking bachelorette every month. Here's Larry. He's got 4 fingers on one hand. He drives a broken down Pacer, and he might be on meth. Find out in this episode of Trailer Park Bachelorette. And I was like the host. I was like, you know, I have to be the one to like, hey, Larry, you're not going to win the golden PBR candidate today. We're going to move on to our next contestant, Bob, who also has 3 kids. He doesn't also see. You know, he doesn't want to be a stepdad. You know, but you know, life did get better. I did join the military. I was in the Army. Yeah, I know most of you are looking at me right now like, what Army? Salvation? No, dude, I was in the real Army. I used to be fit, I know. Yeah. But, you know, I got in the Army. I became an infantryman because I was stupid. And I said, Call of Duty is pretty cool. Let me try that in real life. It's not fun. But, you know, I got in the Army. It was in the end of basic training, they tell you where you're going to end up. If you don't know about the Army, they're always going to find a place to put a base that really, really sucks. And it's like, okay, we got an abandoned Indian burial ground or a dirty-ass swamp. Where are we going to put our base? Doesn't matter. If the Army base goes there, it somehow gets worse. You know, and then, you know, we have places in Kansas and Fort Irwin in California, but it's out in the middle of nowhere. And I remember, you know, they're going around telling everybody, it's like Harry Potter, you know, when he puts on the hat, he doesn't want to go to Slytherin. I was like, I'm not wanting to go to Kansas. Like, what is even base in Kansas for? Like, there's nothing there to defend. Like, tornadoes and corn, I guess, you know? But yeah, I was like, no, please, no Kansas, please, no Kansas. And they're going down the line, Kansas, Fort Hood, you're gonna die. Fort Irwin. And my buddy, who's a bunkmate, he went to Fort Irwin. He goes, hey, Andy, you're from California. How far is Fort Irwin from the beach? I'm like, dude, it's like probably two days to get there, so good luck. And then he goes, yeah, Hawaii. And I'm like, whoa. You know, I loved Hawaii. I got a lot of good experiences. I got my first girlfriend ever. I met her at a strip club, I know. You know, she was beautiful, perfect 10, curly hair, green eyes. She only had 1 leg, so probably like a 9.5. She was beautiful though. She got uppity though. She got a new job. She went to start working at IHOP, and she got mad because every time we had an argument, I always won because she only had 1 leg to stand on and anything. And we broke up after I bought her a new pair of shoes. Well, 1 shoe. It was half off, of course. And she got mad because they were New Balances. I'm Justin Anderson.